Hello, everybody. This is Marcus, and I just found out, probably just last night, I think it was, about the child sex abuse scandal that is under investigation in Australia. I've been up all night doing research, looking things up about this incident, and there were more than 1,000 people that have been identified as child sex abusers. And none of them reported to the authorities. Now, these are just the number of people reported, not the number of incidents of child molestation. If there's 1,000 people reported, imagine how many incidents all of those people have been involved in with regards to child molestation. It could have been going on for years and years. So it could be almost countless numbers of incidents of child molestation. And as if this were not bad enough, there's a 2-witness rule where the accuser, imagine a child needing witnesses of the abuse. Now, obviously, child abuse most likely happens when a predator lures an innocent child someplace where they're by themselves. Then, after all this, I hear reports of suicides because of the organization. And to think that I served at Bethel, working for an organization this monstrous, an organization just that is just beyond words with regards to corruption. Because this organization has broken up or destroyed more families than any other organization I know of. I'm talking about religious organizations. It has damaged more lives than any other religious institution I know of. And according to Matthew chapter 7, verses 16 through 18, Jehovah's Witnesses are not the true faith or organization. Let's look at it. Matthew chapter 7, verses 16 through 18. It says, "By their fruits you will recognize them. Never do people gather grapes from thorns, or figs from thistles, do they? Likewise, every good tree produces fine fruit, but every rotten tree produces worthless fruit." Now listen here, verse 18. "A good tree cannot bear worthless fruit." Again, a good tree cannot bear worthless fruit, nor can a rotten tree produce fine fruit. Is there a worse case of child molestation in all of Australia? I mean, that's a question. I was doing research last night and I couldn't find any. If we do even more research, the Jehovah's Witnesses have the worst cases of child molestation in the world. You have to consider the ratio. We're not, Jehovah's Witnesses aren't anywhere near as big as the Catholic Church, but yet have thousands of people that have been reported for child molestation. So no, Jehovah's Witnesses, you are not in any moral position to call anyone else an apostate. as one of the most corrupt religious institutions, you are in no moral position to condemn or disfellowship anybody. You have no right or authority anymore to be a moral judge when the organization has spilled the blood of human lives that have committed suicide. I know of at least 2 cases at Bethel, and I'm sure there's lots more. Or spilled the blood of people who have refused medical treatments. So let's not sit here and play holy. And the organization should be quiet when it comes to moral condemnation or calling anyone else an apostate. Because after finding out about this incident, anyone still wanting to be a part of that organization is not a Christian. Anyone wanting to walk around with jw.org on their clothing, going to Kingdom Halls with jw.org all over the buildings, there's no way they can in clean conscience say that they're Christian if they know about this. I'm sure there's people that aren't aware of it. But the people that are aware that this has been going on, and from my understanding, the reports go back to 1950. There's no way the governing body don't know about reports that go back to 1950. That's been going on way too long for people not to know about it. So I'm obviously pretty upset right now. This is worse than anything that I have heard of, including the Catholic Church situation and everything else. It's worse than what happened to me at Bethel. This is as low as you can go, hurting little children and not reporting people to the police. And these are elders involved in this molestation. They know the scriptures and they're doing things like that. So no, you're not in any position to judge anybody, call anybody an apostate, or disfellowship anyone. Who's disfellowship after being involved in something like this? The whole organization disfellowship. So who can you say the organization had authority to disfellowship them from, quote unquote, the Christian congregation? Organization is not part of the Christian congregation. So no one is disfellowship. They don't have the authority. So I'm going to try to calm myself down. This is Marcus signing out.